In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
This is season 4, episode 3. And welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome. At season 4, episode 3, this equals 280 episodes. So this technically is our 280th episode, you guys.
Damn, dude.
And if you're new to the show, welcome. This is the show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
The show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life, because I truly believe and have discovered that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, and just cooler and flat out doper life is. Yeah, dig. So welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome. I'm your host, California Cal, one of the cool Californians left in this state. And welcome, you guys. Today is technically Valentine's Day. I know I said Valentines. I prefer saying it like that for whatever reason. And to be honest, this holiday is super whack, dude. I'm not saying this from some hurt person place. I'm saying this from a place of observation. Dude, Valentine's Day is fucking gay, dude. And it just is. It's so corny. It's so hyped. It's so commercial. And okay, I get it. Oh, cool. We want to have a special day that celebrates love. And that's cool. That's fine. But that's not what this holiday's about. I don't see people authentically sharing love. I see a lot of forced gestures and things, right? It's well, why did you go buy a balloon and flowers today? Why didn't you do that yesterday or last week or the time before that or whatever, right? If that's how you and your partner operate. At the same time, if you guys really fuck with this and all that, then cool, that's fine. Personally, I just think it's a little bit whack and weird, and it's just very forced feeling, right? Yeah, so a holiday, I guess that's a little bit more important and current and where we've been, would be, for me personally, Chinese New Year. Whether you call it Lunar New Year, you celebrate Tet, you celebrate Vietnamese New Year, however you call it, right? Basically, Lunar New Year is, I guess, what most people are landing on in terms of what to call it this day and age. So, actually, hold on. Let's take a step back. First off, happy birthday to little Riva. Little River, happy birthday to you. You just turned 4. You were just the sweetest, most secure, and know exactly what you want and don't want little kid ever. It's fucking cool. And yeah, I'm super proud of you. I love you, and you are cool. Little princess. Yeah, so it'd be cool when you get old enough to tune in and be like, oh shit, what? Anyways, moving forwards, we went over Valentine's Day. Chinese New Year, to me, I personally don't feel like the new year has started until Chinese New Year hit. It is Year of the Dragon this year. And the reason that I've always maintained, Chinese New Year feels like real New Year's to me. And it's just, I've always put it in terms of I don't know, something in me just resonates with it more. It just feels actually more like New Year. And to back this up, as I like, okay, for example, I go out on my exercise in the morning, right? I'll go and walk up to Mount Helix and come back and whatever. I'll meditate, go through gratitude, prayer, all that stuff while I'm up there. And then I'll come back, yada, 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 right? But the thing is, it wasn't until Chinese New Year, and I say Chinese New Year because I'm Chinese and that's how I grew up calling it, or that's what we grew up calling it, I guess you should say. And for me, when Chinese New Year happens, and especially this time over this weekend, it has very much been this sense of I'm walking outside and it really feels like spring is starting to be upon us. And meaning it's like as I'm out walking, I see the soil's all healthy and wet and like ready to fucking start growing all the plants. Like all the trees have lost all their leaves over the last few months, and now we're at a point where like the flowers are growing, everything's been refreshed, renewed. We had hella rain. And side note, shout out to everybody, if just love and blessings your way, I should say, not shout out, but love and blessings to every person who you were affected by the floods, your family was, your house flooded, your neighbors, your schools, your business, your whatever it is that you have, if it got flooded. I hope it all works out. I hope you guys are taken care of. Hope everything is still structurally sound. So, yeah. And so where I'm going with this is like, as I'm walking, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing hella more birds out. I'm seeing more animals just out and about. I'm seeing the lizards out again. I'm seeing, just all the cool, like, springtime animals and flowers and colors and all of that. And it feels good. It feels really good. So that's why for me, it's like, I'm trying to think what the physicality is of why I feel like Chinese New Year. For me, energetically, spiritually, it's always felt it. But now I'm putting it together, like the physicalness on top of all that. And it's because it's like, it's the actual season that celebrates the new year. And you can go do all this on your own if you want. But for me, I've discovered and thought critically, I guess, about how and what the new year would be. Like time is let me rephrase this a little bit. Not necessarily time. That's not the right way to say it. I mean, I guess it is technically, but more so the calendar, let's say. The calendars were originally based off of the seasons and spirituality, and that would essentially be the zodiac signs and all of that stuff. But all the zodiac is based off of the seasons and the nature that exists and what happens during these seasons and in the cycle of them. And if we were to just break it down and look at life and say, okay, what would be the beginning of a new fucking harvest? Time to plant, time to seed. I guess not harvest, but when would it make sense to be able to harvest everything? When would it make sense for the crops not to grow? When would it make sense for the crops to start growing? And I look at this and it's like, dude, the Asian people got it right. And the Mayans and everybody else too who calendared this way, which is, no, the beginning of the year is when the land is all ready to start growing again. It's not when everything's fucking frozen and cold and dead and not moving anywhere, right? So then on the back of that, it's like I go and I see, we went through East Side, City Heights. If you don't know what East Side is, East Dago, and if you're not familiar with San Diego and the different hoods and everything, it's like East Side is predominantly Asian, and you got a lot of Africans out there too, actually. Good amount of Mexicans and blacks as well. Probably more blacks than Mexicans. But anyways, and it's kind of gentrifying this day and age. Big companies, like big boba shops and shit like that, are starting to move in and buying up properties and development and land and all of that. And one thing that I really enjoy about Chinese New Year is it's a very spiritual celebration. it's not just like, oh, hey, like it's a new day on the calendar, because Chinese New Year is different every year. It's not the exact same day. It's based off of the moon cycles and the cycle of the earth and nature. So one thing that I think is cool is like when we do Chinese New Year, it's all a very, very, very intentional celebration and workings, and with the firecrackers and the dragon dancers and the just all the traditions, the fruits, the lisewuts, the little red envelopes. Some people call them lisi, lisi. It depends what dialect you speak or what language you speak dictates it. From mine, we call it lisewut, and that's the little red envelope you get your lucky money in, and yeah. So what I love about it is like they're honoring the directions, they're honoring the spiritual directions, the spiritual space, the power of the animals, and invoking and harnessing that power. Now, everything that's done is very intentional. The drums, the dances, the firecrackers, the fruits, the everything, right? The cleaning your house, the getting a haircut, all of that leading up to that celebration. It really is a whole new renewal of self. And the way I see it is like American New Year's, how we celebrate it here, it's just a night full of debauchery. It's like people aren't becoming better human beings on fucking traditional New Year's in the United States. But when I look at Chinese New Year, it's like, whoa, you're actually better now. You're cleaned up, your house is clean, you got rid of shit, everything's clean, your space is open, the energy's flowing, all the flow is flowing, everything's moving, the feng shui of the whole place, it's just the energy's flowing. That's all it means. People think feng shui is fake, and it's like, are you stupid? Like, really? To say feng shui is fake is like it's like saying like Mother Nature's not real. It's just the flow of energy and the way that it works. It's like, have you never been into like a poorly shaped house or a poorly decorated building or something? And it's like, it just doesn't feel good in here. Yeah, that's a nice sofa. Yeah, that's a nice table. Yeah, that's nice carpet. Yeah, there's a nice building. But it doesn't feel good in here. The shit's not flowing. It's not correct. Everything's not going in the right direction. And for those of you tapped in to your spiritual side and you understand the difference between masculine and feminine energy and how it flows and comes, and how one side of us is a feminine side and the other side is a masculine side, and you can receive and give and funnel through and cleanse and clear and uplift, I guess you could say, with the understanding and using these directions when doing spiritual work or doing cleansing or doing ceremony or anything like that. You know that it's like, for example, if you're going to burn sage in your house, you always go and work left, right? You start off clearing everything that way. And so it's like, basically they say the right side is masculine and the left side is feminine. And there's a lot of ways you can like debunk this and say, oh, that's stupid, blah, 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 blah. Right, cool, yes, fair enough. And at the same time, there's way more shit that I can physically show you and prove to you that you're going to not have an answer for, other than, damn, okay, I get what you're fucking saying. Like, that shit was real. Like, if we do the arm test, like, if you don't believe me how this energy exchange works, if you see me, ask me to do the hug thing with you. Because there's a practice, an example, I guess you could say, of how to add or take energy from another human being via hugging them on one side or the other side. When you hug somebody heart to heart, which would be considered like hugging on the right side, which would be the more awkward way for most people, you give and you charge each other. When you hug on the other side, when you hug on the left side, not heart to heart, but like right chest to right chest, basically, when you go in to hug on the left side, the way most people are comfortable hugging, that actually takes your power. Now I can physically show you proof with your own body. I'm telling you, this shit's very, very real. When you see videos, whatever, you can say, oh, that guy's faking it. This guy's this, that, whatever. Cool. Come see me. Let's do it. I'll show you. We'll practice. It's very easy. It's literally just energy. It's not some crazy shit that's unholy or this or that, or we're not tapping into some crazy shit. No, it's literally just the way energy transfer works. And because energy transfer is real and works, there are rules and regulations and standards and ways that it just exists and operates at. So the way I see Chinese New Year is it's a renewal of, hey, we're bonding, we're all coming together, we're refreshing, we're cleansing the energy, we're clearing the energy, and we're embodying the power and spirit of the new energy, the power and spirit of the animal that is that year. And it just so happens to be the dragon this year. So it's a big money year for the people who work well with the dragon. And it's a big shit ass year if you do not work well with the dragon. And from what I understand, there's a couple, but I know the dog, people born in the year of the dog, supposedly are having a rougher time this year, or are kind of, not destined, but just kind of generalized to be that way. So do what you want with that information. Also, we had the Super Bowl this Sunday, and I truly could not care fucking less. At the same time, I've got my hand in a little bit of everything, in a lot of different circles and conversations and levels of information and discussions and whatever, right? Excuse me. Whoa. Got the hiccups. So the Super Bowl happened, and the one thing, like I said, I don't pay attention to this shit, but being in and being a part of many different types of conversations and teachings and things like that, I personally had heard what people would call conspiracy theorists, or people are kind of crazy or out there or whatever. I listened to them. I listened to the numerology people and everything they had to say about the Super Bowl, and they were fucking right. The game was the Taylor Swift's by 3. And that's what the people were saying, and that's exactly what the fuck happened. So I'm like, whoa, okay, interesting. Now, what's funny with this, there's a lot of men in particular, men, who think it's okay to scream at the fucking TV and cuss at it and jump up and down and punch it and whatever, right? Now, that shit is weird. That shit is gross. That shit is unhealthy. Like, okay, let me clarify this for all you football nerds who just got all offended. When I say this, I don't mean getting hyped for a play, a person doing something cool, something sick happening. That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, hell yeah, woo, let's go, fuck yeah, like, hell yeah, like, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, a little bit, but that's not the main thing I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is when it actually affects your whole personality and you're sitting there yelling like you have anything to do with the fucking game. Like, that's a bullshit call, man. That's a bullshit call. Decline the call. Decline the call. Like, all that stupid shit. It's like, bro, turn it off. Change the channel. If it's upsetting you that much, who's in control? You or the fucking TV? Right? It's like, if the TV is making you mad, turn it off. Same thing goes with the news or the media or whatever the fuck. So it was already an unspoken thing, but just to set it in stone, we really laid down the rules that it's like, dude, if anybody here ever finds themselves screaming at the TV, that is your immediate sign to shut it off and go outside and indulge in nature immediately. Because that shit is weird. And most typically, you've got some shit hiding behind it, and you're masking it with this absolute warrior rage of just weirdness put into these other people's fucking game that they are playing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, that's not your team. That's not your friend. That whole team's like not even from your city. Like, bro, who are you really rooting for, right? So it's like, if you're willing to root that hard for another man, what if you rooted that hard for yourself, your family, all of that, right? So that's the rule. And I suggest everybody else take that rule on too, which is that if you're going to scream at the fucking TV, it's time to go outside immediately. We're not doing that shit. So latest updates from last episode. By the way, you guys, this week, I think I'm only going to do one episode this week. Shit has just been not crazy, but just like on the go and a lot of shit. So I'm kind of having to like readjust everything that I'm doing in order to make everything work and fit and make sense, right? So I've been getting more and more clear on what I talked about this in the last episode, like baselining yourself, like how you would do with a used car. And I'm getting more and more clear on my baseline, my zero, so to say. Like when I talk about, for those of you who listen to this show, I talk about the life scale often. And many of us are born on the negative end of the life scale, and some of us are born on the positive, and some of us are born everywhere in between. Point is, though, if you are at 0 on the scale of life, you are doing incredible. Because if you can be at 0, that means you have your baseline. So for me, it's like I'm so much more used to being at a negative on the scale of life that when I jump into the positive end of the scale of life, it fucks me up. I'm all backwards because it's like I don't even have a baseline of 0. It's like my baseline is infinitely negative and infinitely positive. So how do I create a space for myself in my brain, in my structure, in my cellular structure and makeup and build? How do I create an avenue to where I can just cruise back to my 0, my center, every single time that I get bumped off of the positive end of the life scale and just go back to 0? Like 0 is a solid ass baseline. Now, something that I realize is like, dude, I'm so comfortable with chaos. And that's hard to say, but it's true. It's like my whole life, I've known chaos. At every stage, at every major stage of life, it's just been absolute chaos. When I was a little kid, when I was 6, my little sister, my aunt, or my great aunt, and my grandma all passed away in the same month. That fucked me up, had me way below baseline, had me way below 0 on the scale of life. Growing up, having my second mom pass away, growing up having all my friends a bunch of my friends get locked up, having myself get in trouble, getting accused of murder, getting my house raided, all the different levels of heartbreak and pain and getting cheated on and breaking my skull, neck, and back and getting fired and just everything that fucking comes with it. I'm like, okay, and then having my best friends get murdered, that whole thing, and then everything I've been faced with in the last 3 years, it's just been chaos, chaos, chaos. Every time I'm retested, I'm passing with less chaos, and it's still chaotic though. So I'm like, fuck. So I've been honing in on my baseline and what that means to me and what I'm willing to accept and not accept. So for myself, I'm fucking tired today. So for myself, It's like, all right, I need to stop finding comfort in chaos because I know how to operate and survive there. And it's like, well, shit, I'm not trying to survive. I'm trying to thrive, man. And you really can't thrive if you have no fucking baseline. And I realized my maestro in Peru was explaining this to me. My brother Sebastian was explaining this. Many people explain this to me. It's something I get from my own conscious thinking. But at times when it's a whole deeper level, I guess I don't have it all the way. So I realize that baselining my life, this is my absolute standard. Like my mental health is good. My family health is good. A lot of my friendships are good. Things like that. But where I'm failing is financially. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. So financially, I'm way below my baseline. And what that looks like for me to never fall below that is to get a job, maintain it, and allow that to be my baseline. And it's like, okay, this dollar amount, I will never go below this. And for me, it's a trip because it's like when I'm in my flow, I make a lot of money really fast. I really do. And here's the thing, though. It's like, well, fuck, how do you sustain that? And how do you make that long term? So I'm like, okay, how do I just take what I'm up to, what I see, what I believe, what I'm doing, and just stretch it the fuck out so it's like not just this quick thing. It's like a long lasting forever sort of thing. And I realized that like I've just been so ignorant my entire life. And oh shit, guys, excuse me. What is happening? The fucking sleepies just hit me like a ton of bricks, dude. No, so I realized I'm like, dude, I've just been so fucking ignorant my entire fucking life that I don't know up from down half the fucking time. And a lot of my ignorance is because of the chaos. Where I'm ignorant, it was because I had so much chaos that I wasn't even in a place to be able to like consciously decline information or not. It was just like, I can't retain this. I'm fucking ignorant. I'm so hurt. I'm so lost. All of these things. I am just ignorant. Fuck. Okay. And that's the thing is like ignorance is kind of a disease. It's like once ignorance is removed, whatever the thing was is now just like magically healed. Right? So it's such a trip. And because of this, like I realized that I didn't realize that I've been floundering these last couple months. Like because I thought if my mental state was good, then I'm good to go. Like regardless of what's going on. If my mental health is cool, then if everything's falling apart, my money, my this, my that, my business, whatever, it's okay. Which, yes, that's correct. And also not correct because, oh, shit, excuse me. Because that's not a good baseline, right? And I've been floundering because I have no baseline. So I thought that if I had gratitude and positivity, that equaled me being smart in the midst of chaos. Now, it is, and it isn't, because there's just more that needs to happen than gratitude and positivity in order to be smart. Like there needs to be real transformation, real tangible results, and a real baseline of I will never allow below this much. I will always maintain this level of integrity to myself, my finances, my people, my word, my anything that I'm up to, right? So I realized it's like, well, fuck, because I spent so much time on the negative life end, on the negative end of the life scale, that I was good. Because on a regular line of thinking, I would think about killing myself. I would think about how not good I was. I would think about how stupid I was. I would think about how ugly I was. I would think about how much of an idiot I am. All of those things. And it's like, oh shit, excuse me. Because I used to have such gross self-talk and self-belief, growing out of it, or healing most of it, I should say, had me thinking, well, shit, if I can just apply gratitude and positivity, then I'm being smart. But it's like, what's more is needed is a solid foundation. Because that's really what's going to get us to the next level, no matter how much gratitude or positivity we have. Because without it, we have no foundation, obviously. So, and everything is based off of a foundation, a solid fucking foundation. And because that's something I never really had, I'm trying to create it for myself, I'm trying to fit it into my identity, my thinking, my thoughts, my confidence, my version of I'm good enough, my all of that, right? So I realized that I have had this pattern and thing of just living fucking recklessly. And I'm like, all right. So I go to improve. I'm getting better. I'm not being entirely reckless. But all just to find out that all that recklessness was only being pointed in a different direction. It wasn't necessarily healed and taken care of. So it's like my recklessness just would get pointed in a new direction, and I would feel like I had healed it or outgrown it, and then in turn end up in a reckless situation again. I'm like, what the fuck? No matter what I'm doing, I keep ending up in a reckless situation, no matter how calculated I'm being about it. So it's just crazy that recklessness is a thing, and I don't even know how to explain it. So where I'm at now is aiming to ease my recklessness, rein things in a bit, get a new baseline, which means just start with a job. And once I got the job going and that could pay my basic necessities, then from there, I can handle all the things I need to handle financially, responsibly, everything, and grow from that foundation, because floundering is not a foundation, but having a solid direction, foundation, plan is essential for basically being a free fucking individual. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And this is season 4, episode 3. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I can't believe it's 280 episodes. That's a lot. That's season 4, episode 3. And man, oh man, what a day. I am so tired. Nothing my eyes push away. I don't want to get here for days. Surf another 38. And the sun touch your face. Nothing means nothing. And the last one's a pierce too. And it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And please be sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, cousins, best friends, pug sitting friend who happens to know every word to the 101 Dalmatian movie about the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast, because you know they need it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful motherfucking day. Please be sure to go donate to Clean Planet with cleanplanet.com. Link is in bio. Otherwise, go donate to the show if you'd like. Help us live. You can holler at our Cash App, Damn Dude Podcast. Yeah, anyways, otherwise, share it, like it, all that internet shit. Hopefully, this will help some people out. If not, it's all good. It's just legacy. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful motherfucking day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.